And then we get F4.
Dude, we almost saw Wesley smile there.
The thing is, you know how humble Wesley is.
Yep.
F4, F5 was played. Did you see that?
What is going on here? Oh, wow. Maxime is on full tilt. Full tilt.
Yeah, but why did Wesley play F5? I think Wesley likes a good opening joke.
Yeah.
We've seen this in several occasions where, was it against Mamedyarov when he played like it was like A4, A5 or something like that? Or A3, H6? What was it? It was some ridiculous opening. But Wesley has good fun when his opponents are playing these offbeat lines. And I feel like Maxime, obviously full tilt. And as we see in the ticker, he had a 4-game comeback against Wei Yi.
Yep.
But 6 games against Wesley So. It's a bit
6
of a
games would be officially record territory if you're keeping track. So anything's possible, and records are made to be broken. But let's just say it might be good for Maxime's emotional well-being that he gets to play me tomorrow, huh?
I honestly think this is a good chance for him, though, this game. Because if he can win this game and then, say, go +2 in the 3-minute portion and end up -3,
okay, still okay.
Still got a chance.
Okay.
So right now, just go for the attack, like Bishop G5, like Knight D4 in some order. You know, he's going to do all these moves. But Rook E1 now, hitting E6, threatening the F5 pawn. Queen E2 is better. Right?
Yeah.
Same idea, hitting the pawn.
Officially, this will be the last game of the 5-minute portion. Everyone, you see time about to run out. We will take a very quick break, and then the 3-1 begins. So don't go anywhere. Still lots of chess ahead. And Maxime 𝙤𝙤𝙬𝙬, we know he's one of the best chess players in the world, most likely going to be playing in the candidates to try to compete for the World Chess Championship challenger spot. So it's not often you get to see this kind of view, and stay tuned because it may get interesting. All right, Knight C6. Wesley trying to defend, given that he has this 2-pawn advantage, and I don't know. I'm not feeling this sack.
Well, he's going to get a Rook A to E1 situation going where he's going to take on F5. So either take on C6 right now, but Rook A to E1. Now F5 is hanging, and he definitely has compensation here because there's only going to be a 1-pawn deficit after White's next move.
Okay,
and if that's the case with an open king. Certainly has chances.
I admit I underestimated how dangerous White's position was with the knight still being traded. I kind of made this assumption that if the knight is traded on C6, White's compensation must be dwindling, but you're right. This is still very dangerous for Black.
Yep. And he's up 40 seconds on the clock. And when you're tilting, right, oftentimes you're tilting in a very negative direction.
Yep.
But sometimes you get on a win and you go on a winning streak and then everything feels much better. I mean, we saw Artemiev do this against Levon Aronian, right? Levon got off to a 2 or 3 game lead in that match as well. And then Artemiev just went on an absolute tear and finished up 7 points by the end of the match. He won 16-9.
Yeah, but to be fair, again, it's really hard to do that against Wesley So for the characteristics we've described. He very rarely goes on tilt, right? Which, as you said, can sometimes be a drawback, but most of the time it's a huge plus in his favor because chess is so objective and he keeps himself calm. So, all right, but Maxime, all that matters is you got to win one, and it looks like he's about to be on the attack. Queen H5 check. What?
Exactly. Take back on F6, Queen H5 check, Rook E to F1, Knight to E4. The attack sort of plays itself, and the defense is not very easy. So Wesley looking like he's in some trouble here. He takes the rook.
Wow.
No,
this
can't be good.
Maybe a good decision, actually.
Well, Rook F1 here. Just hit the queen, get the F6 square for your bishop, or sack on E5 at some moment if the king stays there too long. I think Rook F1 is a move to get that bishop out.
Okay.
Extricated.
You know, there's also Queen C4. Oh, he slayed it right after I called it. Hit C6.
You and Maxime are just on the same page.
We're just that's so good for me, not him. That we're playing the same level of chess right now.
You have to castle queenside, I think, which is a scary looking move. But
yeah, the point, everybody, is that was a fork of the G8 rook and the C6 pawn. With it, more devastating things to follow. But that means Queen C4 was good. Now what can he do? He can come into A6.
Wait, where's the bishop going?
So the point is, if you go to H6, there's Queen G6 and...
Yep, that's a fork.
That's a fork, a double attack. You attack more than one piece at a time, and bad things often happen. Actually, so maybe my Queen C4 was no good. Oh, silly Maxime. Never go for my moves. LOL.
Uh-oh. It looked very interesting. And once castle queenside happens and you're starting to think for however many seconds he's been thinking for now, 40 seconds or so, never a good sign.
Never a good sign. I know that from personal experience.
Is once white takes on c6, that protects the g2 square. So like bishop h6, queen g6, as we're saying, queen takes c6 protects the mate. Yep. And also might lead to a vicious attack.
That's going to be the key point, and that's why he's calculating. Let's show that on the analysis board. So, okay, he plays rook f1 first, but the point is at some point here you probably are losing this bishop, but trying to get a nasty attack here. The problem is if you come up short, then Wesley So will once again have been so amazing.
Oh, I mean, this is the one game where Maxim just had to win. Not just because of the score, but the positioning is 2 pieces for rook. Yep. Queen c4 was too fancy.
I know you're just rubbing it in because I suggested it.
No, I really am not. I just.
No, I'm kidding, but no, it was too fancy. It looked better than it was.
If I was rubbing it in, I would have done it immediately and much more harshly than it seems like I might be doing now.
That's why we love each other.
It just goes to show that these kind of attacks that are hitting c6, hitting g at the same time, if it works, it works. If it's a one-move threat that can be dodged by a move like castle and queenside, and then you don't have a concrete follow-up, it's one of the moves you probably want to avoid. But this happens all the time. I've seen it happen so many times to my students, to myself, where I get in love with a certain concept, and then I don't really think about the actual consequences besides the fact that it looks good and it should be something without finding anything concrete. And looks like to make a draw by checking.
Well, if king b8, he can have perpetual. If Wesley wants more, and he's really feeling he's feeling his chance to get I can't believe I'm going to say this, 8-point lead. Wait, 7. That's why I can't say it. 7-point lead.
You were just talking about, all this geometry, but nobody claimed you were doing a little algebra. Yeah.
Geometry's not real math.
I'm not going to get in this debate with you right now. It is math, though. Smarter chess odds. And did he predict this? No. So once again, I'm not
but he did predict So was the favorite.
Yeah, but not like this.
Well, nobody did. Although I'll give Smarter Chess some credit because in our private chat that the staff has, I can say that Matt, and again, I'm going to say it now in hopes that he's wrong and that I'm jinxing his prediction, but he said not only does he think So's the favorite, Matt Jensen said he believes this match has runaway potential because of Maxim's history of tilting. And by the way, I have that on record. He said that before the match started. So unfortunately, for all of us out there, the Smarter Chess prediction making me look dumb. We're going to take a very quick break. When we come back, the 3-1 portion gets underway. Vache Legrave versus So, the Speed Chess Championship action when we return. And we are back with the